Hey, strangers. Welcome to the strange universe where it's not about becoming someone new, it's about remembering who you have always been. Have you ever felt like the world is out of control? Like really, really out of control? Like backwards is forward and black is white, bizarro world kind of vibes. You just want to get back to simpler times, but it just seems like we can't. But what if I told you that the key to fixing everything outside starts with what's happening inside? Now, stay with me because today we're going to talk about finding peace within yourself and how that could be the very thing that changes the world around you. But first, you know the deal. If you've been watching my videos, the world, it's a strange place. It keeps us sick, it keeps us busy, and it keeps us distracted. But right now, we're going to take a moment to do the cosmic reset. In a minute, we're going to take in a breath, and we're going to think about something that's been weighing us down. It could be an unpaid bill, a fight we recently got into, or a mistake that you just can't stop replaying in your mind. So I want you to take in a breath, and I want you to think about that thought. And think of a thought that's weighing you down, a bill, a fight, that thing that's made you frown. Wrap it in that breath and set it free. Perfect. All right. Now that you're present, right now it's easy to be overwhelmed. The world outside, it can feel chaotic, uncertain, divided. With all the noise in the media, the political unrest, the global challenges, it's tempting to think that the world is just, well, it's going to hell in a handbasket. But I'm here to tell you something important. The change that the world needs, the change you desire, it doesn't start in a White House. It does not get signed by a treaty somewhere in Switzerland. What if I told you that change, it starts with you? In the midst of all this uncertainty, one timeless principle remains the same. Peace begins inside. And when we cultivate peace within ourselves, we radiate that energy outward, and it touches everything and everyone around us. I know, I hear you, trust me, I hear you saying, come on, Pete, this is different. And you're right, it's hard to ignore the state of the world today. Every day it seems like there's a new headline that makes us feel more afraid, more confused, or helpless. The politicians argue, the nations clash, diseases that we eradicated long ago have somehow started spreading again, and our communities, they have never seemed more divided. And it can feel like we're spiraling into a place where absolutely nothing makes sense. But I want to offer you this. The world's chaos, as crazy as it is, doesn't have to be your chaos. That, my friend, is a choice. Now, I'm not saying that we should ignore the issues. Far from it. The world needs people who are awake, who are aware, and who are willing to make a difference. And if you feel like you have to protest, then protest. But remember, when you do what Mother Teresa said when she was asked to go to an anti-war protest, she said she would not protest against war, but she would protest to support peace. It's how we look at it. Whether we love or we hate, that creates tension or promotes communication. When we find peace within ourselves, we become a source of calm and clarity in a world that can thrive with it. I want you to pause for a moment. Just take a moment just to pause, right? Take in a deep breath, clear your mind, release the tension in your body, and just try to relax for a second. Now, I want you to imagine a world where everyone took a moment to center themselves and to seek inner peace before responding to a conflict. Imagine a world where people weren't ruled by fear or anger or division, but instead by a sense of calm and openness. They were present. Wouldn't that be incredible? Inner peace, it isn't just a nice idea. It's a powerful tool. When we calm our minds and we come into our hearts, we become centered. We can make better choices. We can treat each other with kindness. We show up in the world with an energy that inspires others. And then they will do the same. It creates a ripple effect, one small act of peace at a time. But I know what you're saying. How do I find peace in such a chaotic world? Well, I don't know about you, but for me, and I'm no expert, I'm still learning daily, but I try to keep it simple. I just try to be mindful. Mindfulness, it means just being present for me. It means tuning out the noise and tuning into what's going on inside of me. When I'm mindful, I'm able to observe my thoughts without judgment. I stop reacting automatically to what I've seen or heard, and instead I respond from a place of awareness or calm. How do I feel? React, don't respond. That's a novel concept, and it takes practice, but it's possible for anyone. If you want to take it a step higher, there's a few practices that can help bring peace into your life every single day. I mean, some of them are things like just taking 5 minutes of each day to sit in silence. Get out your phone, set your alarm, just try it. It's such a powerful tool to see how much your thoughts, they're not your own. Just relax, focus on your breath, allow your thoughts to come and go, and don't have any attachment to them. Or when you're watching TV, when you're watching the news, write down your thoughts, your worries, your feelings. This isn't about solving anything. It's about letting those emotions flow out of your head so that they don't just keep swirling around in your mind. When you sit in silence and then you write things down, after a little bit of time, you will see that the news is actually dominating your thinking and you don't even know it. Take time to acknowledge that even though there is war and chaos in a faraway land, there is good that you can do in your local community. In the face of all the challenges, there are still things to be grateful for every day, whether it's the sun shining in from the window, a conversation with a friend or a loved one, or the simple fact that you're still alive and here. Gratitude, it shifts your focus from what's wrong across the planet to what you can do to improve the lives of people at the local food shelter, or maybe if you were to volunteer at a children's hospital. Now, you might be thinking, what difference does that make? What difference does this make in the grand scheme of things? But I want you to think of it like this. Peace is contagious. Just like fear and anger can spread, so too can peace. When you find peace within yourself, it will naturally extend to others. And the people around you feel it, and they in turn can carry that peace into their own lives. And before you know it, this wave starts to grow. It becomes a calm that washes over the community, the country, and eventually the world. You know, I read a book by Dr. Lynn McTaggart called The Power of Eight, where she conducted a fascinating series of experiments in which groups of 8 people meditated together with the collective intention of healing or sending positive energy to specific individuals. And the results, they were astonishing. Not only did the individuals who were the recipients of the group's intention report healing and improved well-being, but the group members themselves experienced profound personal transformation. These findings were corroborated by scientific studies that suggest, I guess, that our collective energy, the field that we all share, when focused on a single positive intention, can actually alter physical reality. So that means that every action you take from a place of peace or love, whether it's a kind word, a smile, or a thoughtful decision, it has the power to inspire others. Imagine a world where every person took a moment to center themselves before speaking or acting. A world where each interaction was grounded in the other. What a wonderful, wonderful world that would be. This is the change that we need, and it starts with you. It's not about waiting for someone else to fix the world. It's not even about getting 7 or 8 people together and meditating. It's about realizing that you have the power to create change right now, in your thoughts, in your actions, and in your energy. And this will trickle out to your workplace and your home. Now, I know it's easier to feel powerless, to think that this stuff is all woo-wooey and the monks in Tibet need to ponder and practice these things, not me. It's just easier to think that the world is too big and way too broken to fix. But the truth is that the world is only as broken as your perception. So change it, try it, experiment. When we look inward and we heal our own hearts, we naturally become agents of change in the world. We become peaceful warriors. When we take the time to extend that peace within ourselves, then the external enemy disappears, and we can then contribute to the greater peace of all humanity, including those we disagree with. This is how we make the world a better place, not by fixing everything all at once or forcing others to conform to our beliefs, but by showing up as our best, most peaceful selves. And then by inspiring others to do the same. And over time, that ripple effect of inner peace, well, that just may change everything. I'm not saying it's easy. I know the world is challenging. We still need to protect ourselves from danger. We can't just pray for bad guys to disappear. But in the face of all that's happening around us, we must remember the world is constantly changing. The world has constantly changed, and the world will change again soon. So why not change now? Change how you see it. That change can be birthed from right here. It's a conscious choice to live a life no longer unconscious. So I challenge you today, when you watch something that disturbs you, stop, pause, take a breath. Find your center. Stop listening to the fear signals pumped at you from 1,000 different places. Find your peace. And I also want to challenge you that when it comes to eating today, I encourage you to stop being at war with yourself. Things like food, smoking, anger, whatever defects you have, they're weapons you use against yourself daily. Strange, right? Smoking, alcohol, okay, yeah, I get it. But food's a weapon? Well, if you're over-consuming or you're using it to keeping from thinking or feeling, well, it just may be time to make a treaty with yourself. Because when you do, you will not only improve your life, make healthier decisions, but you may make it possible to improve the world one healthy person at a time. Remember, my friends, none of us are alone on this journey. You have a tribe, you have support, and most importantly, you have the power to make a difference in this world. One peaceful thought, one peaceful action, one peace treaty with yourself at a time. You are strong. You are a peaceful warrior if you choose to be. And you, my friend, are loved. I love you.